You are now listening to United 96 Podcast on the RFK Refugees Podcast Network.
Hey folks, welcome in to a special news update. We're providing you on the show status. Obviously, if you are a DC United fan, you're aware about what is going on. So we decided, some of you guys who probably follow us on Twitter, this is no news to you, but we figured there might be some people out there that don't and might be wondering where our coverage was of the thrilling 1-0 victory over Montreal in Leagues Cup, or the fact that the team is advancing to the next round in Leagues Cup. We have decided to take a stand in light of the recent news of Taxi Fountas being accused of by Nigel Roberto of racial abuse, his second time. We've decided to take a stand and decide we will going on hiatus. We won't be doing any coverage of the team. We will not be doing coverage on our Twitter account. We'll still be doing the Spirit. We'll still be covering that. But I think we felt that this was important to take a stand and stand up and, show the team, if they let Taxi Fountas back onto this team, you can forget about any coverage that we provide. And we know that this team still doesn't get the best local coverage, and that has certainly been evident as their top beat reporter has currently been in New Zealand right now. So, yeah, I think that's Steve. Yeah, lucky Steve. John, I don't know if you wanted to provide some thoughts or what you've been thinking this past few weeks.
Yeah, I think that we have limited ability to impact anything, quite obviously, right? We're fans like you. But I think personally, I feel like I let myself down last time. The funny thing that there's now multiple times that this occurred, and I feel like this is an opportunity to do the right thing. And I don't think the universe needs a DC United podcast, and it definitely doesn't need a DC United podcast, or the team doesn't need a podcast when they cannot make a move that seems extremely evident that needs to be made. And we understand, of course, there's an investigation. We understand there are legal proceedings that may need to occur. We are waiting to see which way the team is going to act before we do anything else. It seems obvious that one does not get falsely accused of the same thing twice, once by your teammate and once by your opponent, and not have where there's all that smoke that there's no fire. I think it just seems very, very obvious that you've got to believe the people, if not before, at least now, believe the people that tell you what's going on, and act on that. So, yeah, we find ourselves in a familiar position, but I think we find ourselves with the opportunity to act in a way that we're proud of after the fact. We hands up when we said that we were going to stop doing this. There was very little information out. There has been some information that has come out since. It does not change our position. Make sure that you're up to date on those things, either in The Athletic or with the Washington Post. But all those things, nothing that has come out has made us change our mind about the fact that this very likely happened and that this player needs to be gone from this team as soon as legally possible. And that's where we find ourselves. So I hope you stick with us through the break. I hope you understand what we're doing. If you disagree with us, that's fine. That is certainly your right. If you agree with us, that's fine. We appreciate that. We'll still be on our Discord. You can talk to us there. We love talking to you guys. That's why we do this show. So, reach out to us there. We're not going to have a podcast for a little while, probably, but we're there. We still care about the team. We love the team very, very deeply. And that's another reason kind of why we're doing this. I think this is an opportunity for DC United to find its soul a little bit, like find the soul of the supporters and make sure that they're doing right by their fans and even the players in the locker room. It just seems like this is the best way forward for us.
Yeah. And from what we saw in the Montreal game, it does appear that a side has been taken by the players. I haven't been able to find any official confirmation, but the players appear to be wearing all players on the team appear to be wearing black armbands in support of Nigel Roberto. So I think it's pretty clear in my mind where this stands, and I think it was important to take this stand. And I also think it was important to you know, to show our support for Nigel and show our support and show a way that we can sort of drive that conversation. And I've completely lost my train of thought on this conversation, so I apologize. But you know, I think I want to reiterate: we're still absolutely supporters of the team and the players that exist now in the field. We'll still be, you know, talking, discussing, watching the games. I just think, you know, we decided to make this call to really drive home the point of, you know, this coverage can go away if this team continues down these actions. And, you know, we feel that we do provide a service to the fans to cover the team, to talk about the team, to give a voice to the fans. And you know, Buzzards supporters groups are already talking about their own protest, and this is our way that we wanted to protest, because we unfortunately can't be in the stadium. We live too far away and have other lives. So
kudos to James from DC United Kingdom for doing similar, making a similar decision. So I'm not sure what the duration of his decision is, but we appreciate sort of the solidarity in his decision making about releasing shows.
Yeah, and there have been some other people that have done shows, and that's certainly their prerogative, and I certainly understand.
We're not calling anyone scabs. That's not what's happening.
We're not doing that. This is a decision I think we both wanted to make personally. We discussed that this is what we wanted to do. So we hope to return. I think it's safe to say we think that we hope, and we think that there will be a positive outcome that can come out of this, where we can feel that we can return, even though it is still a terrible situation. Regardless, that there can be a positive ending that for the team and can allow us to return. But I guess just sit tight, enjoy the games. We'll certainly be right back.
And just wanted to reiterate for our Patreon supporters, we're not charging while we're on break, or not on break, but you know what I'm saying. Well, we're not producing shows, and that will remain. So we appreciate you sticking with us while we're not charging. And if, you know, when we do come back, if you're a listener to the show and that's something you want to do is support the work that we do, consider patreon.com/RFKrefugees.
Yeah. I think with that, we'll close this out. Again, just wanted to provide you guys the update for those of you guys who might not be keeping up on our social media. And we will catch you guys hopefully soon. Vamos.